Let me start off by saying to all of you, very, very welcome. And thank you for committing yourselves to be here tonight for kind of the introduction to the course. The reason why I suggested that we meet tonight is that I've received so many questions in terms of the Google Classroom functions, and also in terms of really understanding how the course is going to work and how it is going to function. So I will take some time and just explain some of these things to you, and then also give you some guidelines and some tips in order to give you easier access to what we are doing. So what I'm going to do is I just want to get everything in position so I can share my screen with you. Let me do that. That is not going to work. Just give me a moment, because I just have to reorganize a couple of things on my screens so I can give easy access. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I will start off by sharing my screen with you. And what you are basically seeing at the moment is you should see a clean Google page screen, like when you open a new page in Google. Are you all seeing that?
Yes.
Okay. So when you want to go to Google Classroom, you will go and you will click on that little square there. Can you guys see that with the 9 buttons?
Yeah.
Click on that, it will drop down, and as you page down, you will come to a place that is called Classroom. Okay? So when you click on your Classroom, it will open the Classroom page. Now, with me, you'll see a lot of classrooms, but you are interested in the classroom that is called D0009 City Builders Development Course. That is the course that you are going to work on. So what I would suggest is that if you are in front of your computer now is to follow the steps. Then when you click on this one here, it will open up to this page. And then you'll see on the top, there's one that says, there's one that says classwork, there's one that says people, and then there's one that says grades. Now, the page on which you will be working all the time is the one that's called classwork. But the stream one is where it tells you every time when I change something on the classroom or I post a message, you'll be able to see this, because these are the announcements of what is happening in the classroom. But for our purposes, you will go to the classwork section. So you will click on the classwork, and then it will open up this page for you. Now, what I want to suggest to you is that you bookmark this page for yourself as a favorite page on your Chrome page, so that you don't have to go through the process every time. In order to do that, you will click on that star there on the right-hand side where it says bookmark this tab. So you will bookmark it, and then next time when you go on, you will find there's a tab on your Google Chrome search bar where you see your bookmarks, and you can just click on it, and then you can have easy access to the classroom without having to go through all the problems every time. Okay, so let's start off. The first thing that you need to do, and this is what you should have been doing up until now, because I made this available to you before the time, is the introduction and the welcome. So what you will do is you will click on introduction and welcome, okay? And there you will see it will open up some documents for you. First of all, you'll find the pamphlet that explains the course. The second one on the right-hand side is the enrollment form. If you've not registered on the online form, the link that I've sent out to you. Then the third document is what we call the curriculum. This is where you will see the whole oversight of the whole program. And then there's a video clip that I prepared that just gives you the objectives and the oversight over the course that you were supposed to watch and to look at. Then there's a page that is called Giving. As you know, we make this course available for free. And if you wish to give a donation towards us, helping to cover us the costs of these materials, you're most welcome to do so. And all the information on where you need to deposit and what references you need to use is in that document. So you're welcome to open it and to just look at it. Then the next document next to it is the one that says strategic objectives. That is where I explain to you what is the strategic objectives of the course. And then there's an informational guideline on the contents of the course. And then very important for you is the latest document that I have posted for you that is called the student roster, which actually gives you the outline and helps you to plan how you are going to work through the course. So for our purpose, I'm going to open the student roster so that we can have it on the screen and that you can see it. Oh, it's a little bit small. I wonder if I can get it to, oh, there's a, let's see. Can you guys see it now?
Yeah.
I'll open it even a bit. Oh, I'll do some more. So we will just, no, that's just too much. Let's go back. Okay, it doesn't allow me to drag and drop it now. But what you will see here is, let me just make it a little bit smaller here. What you will see is you've got on this program for the whole year. You have the first band one, that is the one that deals with most of the city church contents and the development concerning your understanding of the city church. And I call that band one. Then there is a band two, that is the one that is in yellow on the right-hand side. That deals with what we call the City Changer program. Now, what I have done is I am letting you go through the course at the same time. So you're going to do both band one and band two at the same time. And what you will find as you study it is that you will find that it complements one another. And it fills a lot of the gaps which the other one does not cover. That's why I have put it together in this manner. Now, I know when you look at all of this, it's quite overwhelming. And you find that you don't know how you're going to do this and how you're going to cope with this. But I have broken it down into chunks that you can easily cope with. Let me explain to you. If we take band one, cycle one is basically February. You will see there's 4 weeks. So on week one, you only deal with that one topic. And then you've got 2 weeks when you go to the book, you'll see you've got 2 weeks to work through the book that is called Alush, because I put it into week one and week two. And then every week on the Tuesday evening, we will have a dialogue from 8 till 10, where you can ask questions concerning the material that you've gone through, maybe some things that you didn't understand. And it will be an interactive session where you can ask questions. I will try to explain to the best of my ability, or if there's challenges that you are facing, we can deal with that as well. At the same time, I'm just going to let's just focus for now on week one, because that's starting next week. So you'll work through the material that's called Evidence That You Are Saved on band one. And you will work through that for the whole week, and you'll start reading the first half of the book on Alush. so that by the time we have the Zoom meeting on the 1st of February, you will be ready, because that is when we have the Zoom meeting. So from the 15th of January till the 1st of February, that is a time in which you must cover that. Then we go to Band 2. There's one video that you need to watch, and just the book that you need to cover, there's City Changes. You will see I've covered over 4 weeks. So you work through the first quarter of the book by yourself, and then again we will split the Zoom dialogue session on the Tuesday evening in 2 parts. The first hour, the second hour, we will focus on Band 1, and the second hour we will focus on Band 2, but we will be flexible. If you find that we need to spend more time on one of the bands, we can do that. I want this to be not a burden to you. I want it to be a very exciting journey for you as we work through this material. And so this whole process will basically repeat itself. Every week you've got certain things that you will do. So, and then I just want to make you attend on the workshop that we will have every six months, basically. And the first workshop will be on the 11th of June. That's where I would encourage all of you that we get together physically, if possible. If not, we will make Zoom available as well. But you will see there is 4 books there that I suggest that you work through for our time together on the workshop. And those books have been posted on the workshop on the Google Classroom. It's already there, so you can open it there and you can read through it in this way. So you see, it's not so complicated as what you thought. It's just a systematic approach where you can work systematically through this material. And I'm available to you, to support you, to give you guidance if you've got questions, and to help you. Now, I did receive some concerns concerning people that say it's very difficult for them to work online and to access the material online, for instance, the books and etc. You can download it and you can put it onto your computer. If you want to go and print it out, you can do that as well, because as far as I am aware, you have the ability to download the material or to save it from your classroom onto your hard drive. If you want to obtain the hard copy books, some of the books I can make available to you. Of course, there will be costs involved if you want hard copy books, because I need to purchase the books for you from some of the suppliers. And with some of the suppliers, I have a very good arrangement where they give the books to me, but basically for what do you call it, at the price, at cost price. Okay, so I want to go and show you specifically on the classroom itself where the material is situated. So can I, for a moment, leave you with this? Do you understand now how this duty roster or the student roster actually works? Does it make sense to you guys? Let's just hear quickly from you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, yeah. It
Are you
makes
okay?
sense.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to the classroom now. Now, you will see now this we'll get to Band 1, Cycle 1. This is where you need to start working, and you need to have completed this by the 1st of February, okay? I'll go and look into that. But before I move on, you remember I spoke to you about the workshop. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you go down on this page, you will see eventually after you'll come there, you will see workshop 1. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you open workshop 1, you will see there's the books that you've got to work through. Again, the same principle apply, and the same for workshop 2. When we start with Band 2, Cycle 5, you start working on the books of workshop 2. So you understand that you'll be working on this from the beginning of your first 6 months till the end of the 6 months, you have those 4 books that you can work. Okay.
Where is that book of Alush?
The book of Alush, I have uploaded it. It's on the system, but I do have hard copies available at 240 Rand a book if you want to purchase the hard copy books. I get the supply from Dr. Segi Govender directly, so I get it at cost price. So the money you pay for the books is being paid directly into his account. I'm not making any profit on any of these things. Certainly, just to respond to your question, you tell me here, yes, no, I do not have that. What are you referring to? If you could just give me an indication. You can just type for me, please. Okay, while I wait for Sydney to just respond to me. Okay, Sydney, you have to go on. I'll show you again. Have you opened the Google Classroom page? If I go back right to the very beginning, you will see there's the introduction to the course. You find Band 1, Cycle 1. That is the one that you'll start working until now, and we will discuss the first week on the 1st of February. Then you've got Band 1, additional resources, VETS. If you want to go and study further, you'll find more information there. Then you go through, you'll see Band 1, Cycle 2. That's basically week 2, the next month. Band 1, Cycle 3, Band 1, Cycle 4, Band 1, Cycle 5, Band 1, Cycle 6, Band 1, Cycle 7, Band 1, Cycle 8, and then you'll see Band 2, Cycle 1. Now, where's the workshop now? And then eventually you come to the lower part of the... Okay, I might be confusing you guys because many of these that I'm looking at now that I'm showing you has actually been scheduled for another date. But you must be able to see the folder that says Workshop 1 because it's only going to come alive on the 1st of February. Let me just change that quickly because then you guys can see that. Let me just, what's the date today?
It's the 25th.
25th. Okay, let me open it. Oh, it must be scheduled for the future, 25th. Let me see. Okay, it doesn't allow me. Let me just publish it. Goodness. And now it's scheduling it to me. It will show you tomorrow, but I want to see if I can't change that. Schedule for tomorrow, edit. Ah, there it is. All right, I'm posting it for you now. Okay, so do you see the workshop now? Just refresh your pages. Okay, all right. So you'll see now, if you refresh your page, that Workshop 1 is now visible for you guys. So all the material for the rest of the year has already been uploaded, but it will only become visible on the date, about a week before you actually need to do what you need to do. So can you guys see the workshop thing now?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this, you just put view material. So you can see there's the 4 books that I was referred to. So you start working on this already now, so that by the 11th of June, you have completed this. So you need to look at your own programs and your own capacity, and just pace yourself so that you do something. You know, I would suggest take maybe a book for a month. If you take the first book and you work through that in February, the next one you'll take and you work through that in March, and so you'll carry on, so that by the time we get to the 11th June, you've read all of the books. Some of them are more pages than the others, but you need to go and look at it and see how it fits into your program. Okay, so that's the workshop thing.
Is that Spirit of Christ, is that one of Andrew Murray?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
And you've got that already.
Yes.
So you guys can see it's actually basically very simple. And what I've done is every cycle, next cycle, I've made available basically 2 weeks before you actually have to make it available. And if there's a need for you and you're working fast and you want me to make some of the material available for you a bit earlier, you can just contact me and I can do that for you, so that you can not lose momentum in what you are doing. I just did not want to post all the material for you at once, because it's going to overwhelm you, because you're going to have it all in your face and you're just going to feel this is too much for me. So in this manner, I also try to just keep you positive in this whole process, and that you don't feel you are drowning. Because we are a small group, and I expected to have about 65 people enrolling, of which I think at the moment we're just about 8 or 9. We can be very flexible in what we do and how we function and how we operate. So I'm willing to pace the system according to the needs of you as the students. So if you feel over time that we need to do it over a period of 2 years, then we can do that. But I really suggest that let's try at least to keep to the study roster for now and see how it goes. And then also it's important that you do the 2 sections, the band 1 and the band 2, at the same time. Because as I've said to you, the contents of both actually complements one another. And then my whole purpose is I want to use you guys going forward, that once you've completed the course and you feel comfortable with the contents, that I can then maybe next year when we do the course again, I can use you as facilitators, group facilitators, or you can even present these courses by yourself. So it's also a good opportunity for you to grow, and to also actually over a period of time plant your own word school and Bible school, where you can present the contents of this that I'm sharing with you. And as you get your students to enroll, we can add them as well to the classroom, because the classroom is there all the time. So it's for you to use. It's a very powerful resource center that you can use. Let me just stop here for a moment and ask if there's any questions or comments. Let me go down the line. Sydney, please type for me again if there's any questions or concerns. Let's start. Krista, from your side.
I only want to know, you say we must read the book of Alush. Is it here on the classroom?
It is on the classroom, but I also have hard copies available if you would like to order the book. Thanks, Sydney. I got your message. But I did load it onto the classroom. It is in a PDF format.
In what format?
If you go, let me go to band 1, cycle 1, and open that for you. You'll see there it says prescribed book 1, prescribed book 2, and then prescribed book 3. It opens up, and that is Alush. You see, you can work through Alush. Yeah. That's why I say all this material, guys, is available, and you can access.
And these books are also available from Dr. Saggie for ebooks.
Yes.
But I can download it from here.
You go to his site, you know how it works. and you can
Yeah.
download it. Remember that all the messages, audio messages on Alush that was presented by Dr. Sagi can also be accessed from Dr. Sagi. I just didn't have time, but the Alush series do not cover all the contents of the book. You can use it as an additional resource. So what I will do is within the next couple of days, I will upload for you as additional resources on this Band 1 Cycle 1. I will upload the Alush messages that I have that you can then also listen. And if you want to use that as well, you're most welcome to do so. And I will do it with all of the material where there's audio available. I will upload it. So that will also be helping you. And also where there's videos that has been posted on the topics, I will also add it to you. I just don't want to post all of that information and then leave you at a place where you're so overwhelmed that you feel it's too much to cope with. So I will post it under a heading that says additional resources. So you know
Okay,
that.
so is the Alush also an additional resources at Band 1?
Yes, I will add that. I haven't added it, but there's the audio messages that you can listen to. And that's what I'm saying. I can add that for you, but I didn't want to just add it. And then you get all of this information and you feel, wow, how am I ever going to cope with all of this? Because I can promise you this is only the tip of the iceberg. I've got a lot more resources that I can make available, but I don't want to kill you in the process. So I will add the Alush messages for you because Sydney also asked that he would like to have that. So I will add that. And as we move forward, if you find that there's some things that you would like to have in audio, I can make that available. Unfortunately, some of the older messages that we have, the quality of it is not very good. There was one or two that I had to ask one of my guys, the technical guys, to actually try and better it for me. It's a little bit better, but it's still not the quality that we prefer to make available. So I can make it available on request, but you must understand that the quality of the equipment that we used 10 years ago is not the same as what we have today that we are using. Okay, Priscilla, you happy?
Yeah, because I'm on the classroom now, so I just want to make sure that I see the Band 1 by Band 2 cycle, and then the books will be added on. Is that what you say?
The books is there. If you look at...
Okay, where do I go to the books?
Okay, if you look at your screen at the moment, can you see my thing moving? My cursor?
Okay, but I'm not on the screen, I'm now in the classroom.
Must
I
be in the
go
class.
back to the Zoom.
Yeah, go back to the Zoom.
Okay, yes.
Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Okay, now you see if I go down, there's one that says B1C1 prescribed book. Then there's B1C1 prescribed book.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Those are the books. So if I click on that one is Alush. So if you click,
it's on Band 1.
Yeah. Okay. So all your prescribed books is uploaded. It's there. It's available. So everything is there. So if you struggle, just give me a call, and we can see how we can.
Okay. And the other thing is, I just want to ask something, because of the fact that we work during the day. Will we get? Like in a week's time? Will I do both those modules, modules that we need to do for this 2 weeks?
Now
will there be enough time?
Yes, you have, because if you go back to let me just go back to the introduction of the course for a moment and open the student roster so that you can see it again. Just get there.
Because we need to do this first part for
Now look at the roster where my cursor is. From now till the 1st of February, all that you need to do is that one teaching that says evidence that you are saved. You start in the book of Alush. And then 2, there's one video that you need to watch. and there's one assignment
video.
on the video. Yes, that you're going to do. And everything of this is on the classroom. So when you have to watch that band 2, cycle 1, you go to the video, you watch the video. Most of the videos is just about 25, 30 minutes long. So there's more.
And a quarter of the city changes.
Yes, and you'll do a quarter of this. So there's enough time for you if you work consistently every night and over weekends for you to be able to do this. If I have to get to the place, the position where I present each one of these topics to you physically, it's going to take us a lot of time. That's why we use this process. You study the material, and then we have a Zoom meeting once a week where you then come with questions or things that you don't understand, and we discuss that, we explain that, and everybody in the group partakes of that, so that everybody then grows. And you can even add your own understanding, your own things that you believe God has revealed to you. You can even bring that to the table, because it's a learning environment. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You okay now?
Yes. No. Okay. I must just get my time scheduled in the evening.
That's it. You must just plan yourself. Marcel, just from your side, is there anything?
No, I'm a happy chappy filled with joy and peace. No, nothing from my side.
Okay, I want to ask you that you just switch on your video for a moment.
Okay, I'm still in the car.
Oh.
So, I don't know if you're going to see me.
Not very clear. We'll have to know. It doesn't. I wanted to just to see your face. Marcel is one of our teachers and coordinators for the course. So he will also from time to time give you support and everything, because he did the course with me last year and he's fully qualified to also give assistance. So if you can't get a hold of me, you're welcome to contact Marcel, and he will also assist you and help you. So thanks again, Marcel. You say you're happy. There's no questions from your side.
Yeah, happy, chappy, filled with peace and joy. Yeah.
Well, there we can see you.
Is it? Now we can see your face at least a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little
and
bit.
how did that operation go?
Before I make an accident, I'm going to go back onto my screen, whatever.
No, go back to your demo screen. Okay, so I showed you band 1, cycle 1. You've seen that now. This is the one that you need to do the first week. At the same time, you need to do band 2, cycle 1. So you will go to your group that says band 2, cycle 1. You click on that, and it will open up for you. There you will see, number 1, Missional Framework by Alan Platt.
Yeah.
You will watch that video, and then there's assignment session 1 that you will complete. Now you don't have to submit your assignments. The whole purpose of any assignment that I post to you on the group is to help you to be able to partake when we have the dialogues afterwards. So I'm not going to mark your assignments or anything like that. You're going to just use that as a framework to help you to apply your mind to the contents of what you have worked through. So that's why I say it's not this heavy thing. It's really geared towards you having a positive learning experience, going through a learning curve, and where it puts you in a position where you can internalize this revelation knowledge of what the Lord is giving to us through this course. And
you watched that video.
Yes,
where your cursor is, and then you must make the assignment.
There's assignment that says session 1. The best to do is to actually, once you've watched the video, what I did when I was doing the course, I would download the assignment, I'll watch the video, and then as the video progresses, I will actually make notes on my assignment so that by the time I'm finished watching the video, I basically have jotted down everything that I wanted to take a note of for the assignment, and then I will just kind of rework it a little bit with additional things and thoughts that comes to my mind, so that when we have the dialogue afterwards, then I have a document in my hand that I can use, because remember, it's going to be a couple of days before we have the dialogue, so it helps you also to refresh your memory and so forth. Okay, so you guys understand this process now?
Yeah.
Yes, this is better now.
Okay. You don't feel so lost
Much
in the
better.
middle of everything anymore.
No.
Let me
this
just
is
ask
good.
you, as far as that is basically what I wanted to share with you guys, and to just give you, some guidelines and so forth. So if all of you are happy, we can stop here, and we can then have our first meeting next week, or when is it, on the 1st of February, where we will then have our first dialogue on week 1. And Sydney says he's happy and ready and roaring to go. So I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Sorry, can I just ask one other question? Sorry, can I just ask something? The band 1, cycle 1, the one, the evidence now for being safe or whatever, there isn't an assignment on that one. It's only
If you go back to that one, you'll see there at the bottom of that page, there it says assignment session 1 to 3. So
there is the assignment.
But what I did is, I can open it for you. You'll see it's very simple. I'm not doing it complicated. I said session 1, this is your assignment. It says evidence that you're saved. Then I asked the question, looking at the elements that confirm your salvation, in which manner has it challenged you in your position and belief as a believer in having assurance of your salvation? That's the question. So you're going to basically answer that for yourself. And
what you experience in your own life.
Yes. See, so that's one thing. This is not rocket science. Yeah, I've really tried to ask questions that put you in a place where you can basically just move to a place of applied knowledge, where you can actually apply what you've learned in a practical manner, and again in your own life and in your own life.
Yes. Okay.
So are you guys happy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we must start
just
with
start.
that, and then maybe they will
Please give me
other
your
questions.
You're most welcome. And as I said, guys, please use the group if you want to post questions, because I'm sure you will find over time that you're not the only one with questions. So feel free to post questions or challenges that you're facing on the group, and I will respond to those questions, or Marcel will respond between the two of us to the best of our ability and as quickly as we can. And we'll take it from there. I want you to be excited about this, and I really want you to enjoy this course. If there's any one of you that is interested, Pastor Alan Platt, who is doing the first video on this band 1, will launch the City Changer course on the 31st of January for the rest of South Africa and Africa, and there will be a lot of pastors and leaders joining there. Now, I have asked him if it's okay if our students also join there. So what I want to say is, if you want to connect, it's in the late afternoon, if I remember correctly, it's about 5 in the afternoon, and you connect on Zoom, and then you can see and listen to what he has to say. He gives you basically an overview of the course, the City Changers course, and what it is all about. And I will highly recommend, if you are available, that you make the effort to attend it. You don't have to do it, but I would encourage you to do so that you can get and feel and experience and taste a little bit of what's taking place. So what I will do is I will post that information and the Zoom link and the access codes and everything I will post that on the group, and any one of you then that are available, you can then save that information and then join that Zoom meeting. If I am available, I will do so as well. But at this stage, I'm not sure if I am available at that time slot. I'll have to make sure. But I just first wanted to find out if any one of you would be interested.
Yeah, I will. Like,
Yeah, we will definitely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Then I will make the information available for you guys, and
Yes.
then we'll take it from there. So from my side then,
Okay.
have a good evening. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you so
Okay.
much for your commitment and being here. And I'm really looking forward in journeying with all of you in this journey of the development of becoming and being the City Church builder.